Okay, now I'm gonna be showing you all of my current favorite bridal hair kit products, and I've got them all categorized. I've got multiple products that do the same thing. I'm just going to share them all with you, that way you have options. I know certain products are hard to find with everything going on, so that's why I want you to have options. They're all ones that I love. They all work pretty much the same, so anyways, let's just get right into it. So the first one I'm going to start off with is a heat protectant. So this one is the Kenra Thermal Styling Spray. This is number 19. I also like Kenra Hot Spray 20. I think I actually like the Kenra Hot Spray 20 just a little bit better. It's just not as wet. This one's a little bit more wet, but you evenly like spritz it in the hair. Make sure you spray it from a little bit of a distance, and then I like to comb it through the hair and make sure it's not like overly saturated. But this is a great thermal styling spray. I like it especially because it helps with giving the hair hold, and it helps with humidity and frizz. And same with the Kenra Hot Spray 20, that one does the same exact thing as well. All right, next I'm gonna be showing you one of my favorite serums or oils to use is the Kenra Luxe Shine Oil. This is great for moisturizing the ends of hair before starting a style, during a style, and even after if you need it. It just creates a beautiful shine. It's not super heavy, but it just helps to nourish the hair. But I also use Kenra Moisture Oil. It's in a little clear bottle, and it's a clear oil. It's super, super lightweight. Like it won't even weigh down the finest hair. So that one is especially good for like really fine hair. And again, I'm gonna have all of these products linked on my LTK. So if you're like, what was that product or what is it? I'll have direct links to all of these products mentioned so you guys can find them easily over there. All right, the next category I'm gonna do is like pomades. I love pomades, and honestly, pomades to me are a must-have in your bridal kit because they help smooth frizz, make your styles look so beautiful and so shiny, and really help to hold the style as you create it. Pomades typically are used in styles as you work through the style. I am typically almost always, especially if it's an updo, using some sort of pomade or cream in the hair as I build and as I create my style. Like as I take each section, I'm usually using a pomade. So I have a couple that I love. The first one is by Air, and it is their whipped pomade. It's super light, gives a little bit of texture, gives a little bit of shine into the hair, and just helps you really control the hair and smooth it out as you work through the style. The next one is one of my faves. I heard they discontinued and stopped making it. I know you can still order it online in certain places. I pretty much stocked up on this stuff when I heard they were discontinuing it. Not 100% that's true, that's just what I've heard. But it's the Osis Tame Wild. This is so good. It does the same thing. It's a cream, but it helps to smooth the hair of frizz as you're working through the style, give you some control, and just smooths the hair so it stays all day, like stays smooth and shiny all day. So this is the Osis Tame Wild. And then I like to use the Kenra Whipped Taffy. This is a matte finishing pomade. It's almost gone, actually. I need to get more. I have like a whole shelf that's stocked full of all these products, so when I run out, I just grab one off my shelf. But this one is matte. So I like to use this pretty much on everybody. I like to finish their front pieces with this to smooth frizz, and especially if their hair's up, I'll just run a little bit of this through, and it doesn't matter if their hair is fine or thick or coarse or whatever hair texture it is, it does not weigh it down, and it doesn't make it look greasy or too shiny because it does have that matte finish. So that's one of the things I like to use this for. And then I have another one, which is the Kenra Texturizing Taffy. So the one before that was Whipped Taffy. This is Texturizing Taffy. And this one's kind of full. You can see what it looks like. Really pasty and stringy and sticky is the best way I can kind of explain the consistency of this. So a little bit of this goes a long way, and I always recommend when you use texturizing taffy to really work it into your hands first before going into the hair and working with it. Otherwise, you'll just get globs and it'll make a sticky, like big mess in the hair. If you have never tried this product before and you do decide to try it, it's so scary when you first get it and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is too much. Like I said, remember, a little bit goes a long way. And I love using this on really coarse, frizzy, unruly hair. Anyone who has just like really thick, mostly coarse hair. I rarely use this on fine hair. If you did, it would be like a tiny, tiny little bit because it would just weigh the hair down. This has a shinier finish too. So with the other one, it's matte finish. This one has a shinier finish. All right, now I'm going to move on to dry shampoo. This is a must-have in your kit, just in case you have anybody who tends to get really oily hair really quickly. Having a dry shampoo is a must. I like Batiste. I've used a lot of different other ones. This one's just always, it's easy to find, easy to get. I love Batiste, it works really good. All right, and then the next category, of course, is gonna be hairspray. This is a must-have. One of my absolute favorite hairsprays is the Air Flexible Hold Air Spray. This is so good. It really puts a beautiful, beautiful, shiny finish on all of your hairstyles, whether it's up or down, and really helps to control frizz and hold the style all day long. It's not super heavy or sticky. It's just perfect. And then I also, like I said, I'm gonna give you guys options. I personally will grab for almost all of these products by the time I'm finished styling a wedding party. But I wanna give you guys options just in case you're not able to find a product. Another one of my favorites is the Moroccan Oil Luminous Hairspray, and the finish is medium. So this is a medium hold hairspray, but it gives a beautiful finish, does a great job, love this one. And then another one of my favorites is the Osis Volume Up Hairspray. Now this one is a little bit heavier, gives a beautiful shine, like amazing shine, like super glossy if you want that look. But be careful with this on certain hair textures, such as finer hair textures and even like super dark hair. Just play with it first. I always recommend test out products before you test them out on a bridal party or a wedding party. Get some friends, grab a mannequin, and always test out products before you actually use them so you know how they work. But this can be a little bit heavy on especially finer hair textures. And then next category is texture sprays. I love texture sprays. So one of my favorites is the Air Texture Air, and it's super lightweight. Spray from a distance because too much can be too much. But this is great for anybody who has really, really silky, slippery hair that just doesn't want to hold or stay where you put it if you're doing braids or anything like that. I always start building some sort of texture into the hair if it's super fine and slippery, because texture is what is going to hold the style in the hair, whether you're curling it, whether you're putting it in an updo, whether you're braiding the hair, twisting it. Texture is the key to getting your style to hold. It's not an excess amount of hairspray. It's not really any other product. It's texture, building the right amount of texture into the hair as you work through the style is what's really going to hold it. Okay, and then my other sort of texture spray is this Redken Spray Wax. They rebranded these products. It used to be called Wax Blast, so it's the same thing, Wax Blast, Spray Wax, but it's a wax that sprays out, and I'll spray it on my, but it's a very fine mist, which is so awesome because it just adds the perfect amount of texture into someone's hair when you're trying to get more texture in there. And then my last product that I don't use a lot, but some people just need it, or I'll spray it in the hair sometimes before taking a video or picture of the hair. And it is called Shine Flash by Redken. And it says in the bottle, glass-like shine spray. So just for anyone who's needing extra nourishment, especially maybe if their hair's down, just spraying it on the ends. I love it for that, just adds an extra beautiful shine. But most of my products that I just mentioned add really pretty shine to the hair. So a lot of times I don't need this, but I do carry it in my kit just in case I need a little extra shine or just a little extra something for someone's hair. Anyways, that concludes my total list of hair products that I currently have in my bridal kit, have been using for a long time. They work really well and I love them. Hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you'll find some new products ideas and you'll try some of these out if you haven't already. And like I said, I'll link everything in my like to know it. So it'll be somewhere on here or you can find it on my Instagram page.